What's going on, guys? Bengal again here today, as you can tell from the title, rebuilding the Philadelphia Eagles without Carson Wentz, aka just rebuilding the Eagles. That's pretty much what that is at this point. Carson Wentz is heavily rumored to go to a number of different teams. The Colts have come up. Even the Texans have come up. Apparently, the Texans actually called about Carson Wentz. As a Giants fan, that would be a nightmare scenario to see Deshaun Watson in Philadelphia. However, Carson Wentz also heavily rumored to go to Chicago, also maybe even the 49ers. Today we're going to find a team to trade him to. It doesn't have to be one of those teams, but the main goal is just to rebuild this team and go in a different direction, whether that be with Jalen Hurts, whether that be with a different quarterback. Today we're going to figure that out. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. I know I'm a Giants fan. Inherently, every Philadelphia Eagles fan is going to hate me already, but I actually want your team to be successful because I'm running the show now. But not in real life. That's where I have to draw the line. But yeah, hit that subscribe button if you're new. We're on the path to 300K, so every single time a new subscriber hits that subscribe button, it is so helpful to me. So I know you don't get much other than hopefully content that you enjoy. But we're rebuilding the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, Carson Wentz. The projection for what a team would get back for Carson Wentz is a future first and maybe a current 2, 3, or 4. That's what I saw. I'll probably try to follow that somewhat, but it is Madden. It's going to get a little unrealistic at times, so bear with me. Or more like Eagle with me, am I right? Haha, hilarious. Dude, oh my God. Madden is beyond frustrating. First of all, the file share is so broken. So broken. The file share simply doesn't work. I wonder if this is why I can't upload the file anymore. And I can't do all these different things. Listen, everyone's asking me about this PS5 draft class. They took it off the file share or whatever. I can't even access it. And it might even be because of this. I've never seen this before. But Penei Sewell's name is now starred out with asterisks. Jesus Christ, this game, man. It's always something. It is always something. So first I had to do Rondale Moore with a big capital O to get that to work. And now Penei Sewell's name, because it looks like penis, it has to add asterisks. I added my draft class. I don't know what to tell you guys. I try to upload it. It just doesn't let me do it. So I know everyone wants to use it, but there's nothing I can do. Like, the file share is either constantly down, it kicks you off the service if you try to access it. I added in the draft class. We're going to do it for 2021. I'm just frustrated. Now I see this. I had to vent for a second. We'll go over the team. So the reason I spawn in at week 17 is so the records are actually somewhat good. But this is the squad. It's a decent team. Here's the massive, massive problem, though, is that based on the way the contracts are structured in real life, it doesn't equate to how it is in the game. So our big issue, and this is a big one, is that we have no money to re-sign anybody. So that's a major, major issue. So the team that you're seeing right now is more than likely not the team you're going to see going into next season. The defense is a disaster. And then offensively, the offensive line's good, but how many of these guys are even going to be here in the near future? Not many of them, probably. It's something else. I don't know. We're going to figure out what to do. All I really needed to do here was load in the draft class. I'll do a breakout development challenge for Jalen Hurts. If he can get up to star dev, I'll probably end up rocking with him at quarterback. So all he needs to do is throw for 300 yards. I say only, but I'm going to change the offense. I'm going to go Tennessee, which is great for yardage usually. It's West Coast zone run and Tennessee. And hopefully Jalen Hurts goes up to star dev and we can just use him. Please, Jalen. Please change history. We won 14-9. I don't think he threw for 300. Yeah. Jalen Hurts just needs more time. He needs a lot more time. I haven't really even talked about the roster yet because I don't want to. I need to see who's actually going to be on the team before we do that. And not as many guys are leaving as I thought there would be. It's really only Nickel Roby-Coleman. And I don't think I'm going to have any money. Yeah, we're negative about 40 mil. So Nickel Roby-Coleman is not an option. As in this world, Saints and the Ravens played in the Super Bowl. It looks like the Saints won. We're just going to have to simulate to free agency. We have no money. I have to reorganize a lot with these contracts, and that means trading. That means cutting where I have to. And let's get a trade package for Carson Wentz. Can I even trade him? That's another question. Because we're still going to be negative in the cap. I don't know. How am I going to get around this? What are the especially bad contracts? Well, Carson Wentz. Alshon Jeffrey just needs to get cut. 31 years old, 75 overall. Goodbye, Alshon Jeffrey. I'll take the penalty. That contract needed to go. Brandon Graham is only an 83 overall. That's so stupid. Brandon Graham's really, really good still. He's old. I get that. He just regressed. Is that why? Yeah, he regressed a lot. But did get superstar dev. Not that that matters. I probably should look to cut him as well just because he's 33. Maybe I'll try to trade him. He's still really good. That's the problem with a lot of these things. Javon Hargrave is getting paid so much money. Huge penalty with that. I need a contract that I can cut with no penalty. Malik Jackson. There it is. Malik Jackson's got to go. 31 years old. Also a 75 overall star dev. That's Alshon Jeffrey playing a different position. Derek Barnett's a player you'd like to hold on to, but I'm just not sure if we can. The penalty for cutting him is 0. I got to consider that as an option just to get out of this huge hole that I'm in. Like, that's the easiest contract to just shave off 10 mil. Zach Ertz is another guy I should just look to trade. Brandon Graham is another contract I would look to get rid of. We're just in a really tough situation. That's our big issue at the moment. Cap room is down to negative 4.25 mil, though. We should have a little bit of wiggle room. The Bears is a fine destination. They need a quarterback. But if we trade with the Bears, we need to figure out a player to get that doesn't screw up the trade. And it can't be Nick Foles. His cap hit isn't even what it really is. I don't know. Who do we even trade for? Allen Robinson, maybe? Who's going to be a free agent, but we can probably re-sign him. I don't think I'm going to be able to orchestrate this trade at all with a first-round pick. So he's not going to work. So I definitely can trade Carson Wentz. I just have to trade somebody else first. It's going to have to be Derek Barnett, and that should clear some cap space. Now, I can make a trade with Carson Wentz work, but I still have that issue that comes up that says, oh, you'd exceed the league salary cap, even though it says we have cap room. I think it has to do with the penalties. So I just have to figure out a team to trade Derek Barnett to, and that really shouldn't be that hard. What's another guy? I think it has to be Brandon Graham as well. So maybe trade the two of those guys to a team. The Broncos would fit pretty well. Who would I get? Justin Simmons is interesting. I'm not sure we'd be able to afford him. And I'm not even sure we'd be able to make this trade happen. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Okay, so trade one is going to be Derek Barnett and Brandon Graham to the Cardinals for a future first-round pick. That's in 2022. That gives us a little bit of wiggle room with the cap. And then we can make this trade I was trying to make earlier with the Bears. It's going to be a first-round pick, Buster Screen, so the cap works for the Bears. And then Carson Wentz, it's a third-round pick this year and a seventh-round pick. No, it's a third-round pick next year. Hold on. And a seventh this year. And I think that should work. Hopefully, this doesn't make us exceed the league salary cap. And it doesn't. Works this time. I had to do a lot of workarounds to get this to actually work so we could start this rebuild. It is Carson Wentz, a 2022 third-round pick, a 2021 seventh-round pick, for a 2021 first, number 19 overall, which is actually where the Bears pick. It's not where they pick in real life. They pick a 20, but it's close enough. And then Buster Screen. So that's a trade that we're making happen. The cap penalties are crazy. We had to do a lot to work around where we are currently in the game, though. And I'm probably not done yet. But this is the team. Jordan Mailata, Isaac Seumalo, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, Lane Johnson across the offensive line. Dallas Goedert is our starting tight end. Zach Ertz in behind him. Hakeem Butler even behind him. At receiver, it's not a great receiver room. We all know that. Jalen Reagor, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, John Hightower, Quez Watkins. Was that Deontay Burnett? Is that his name? Sure is. He is agile. I don't know what else you can say about him. Miles Sanders, Jason Huntley's on this team. Jordan Howard. Is Jordan Howard a 66 overall? No way. What is bringing his overall down that much? That's so bad. I'm not saying Jordan Howard should be an 80, but in the 70s for sure. Whew. I know he's only like a goal line type running back, but he is terrible. That overall is crazy low. Jalen Hurts at QB, and our defense is really, 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 really bad. I can't say enough reallys to really tell you how bad this defense is. TJ Edwards, Davion Taylor. I don't even know who their starting middle linebacker is. Rashad Smith. That isn't true. It's Alex Singleton in real life. But I guess he's not on the team anymore because we didn't have money to re-sign him, and it's the offseason. Rodney McLeod. Kayvon Wallace, who I actually might be able to develop. Buster Screens listed at strong safety right now. So maybe he'll play there. I don't know. I probably will just end up cutting him to save money. Darius Slay, corner. Avonte Maddox, Buster Screen. Rodney McLeod, who's a safety. Kayvon Wallace, who's a safety. We need some help at cornerback very, very badly. And then Jannard Avery, Fletcher Cox, Javon Hargrave, Josh Sweat is what our D-line looks like. I had to do a ton to work around the cap. Hopefully, you don't just think I was decimating the team for fun, which is fun for me. But I needed to do a lot of things to free up some cap space. And again, I'm probably still not done. Zach Ertz and Buster Screen are probably on the move next. And then we're just going to start from scratch. New head coach Nick Sirianni. We're just bringing in a new entire method of team building, we're going to say. And I'm probably going to try and do something with the Jets. If I can get Quinnen Williams, that'd be super cool. It's not going to happen for anything. Mekhi Becton would also be super cool. Probably not going to happen for anything. That one's a little bit more doable. I think I'll just settle for a first-round pick next year. So we'll do that. Zach Ertz, Buster Screen to the Jets, and we get a first-round pick back next year. We're going to try and build kind of through the draft and free agency a little bit. If you look at how teams build, it's mainly through the draft, and then you get the finishing touches in free agency. So that's kind of what I'm going to try to do here. Just trying to get, out with the old, in with the new. And Zach Ertz's contract was pretty bad. He wasn't going to develop. He was going to be off the team very shortly. Andre Dillard, I'd like to get involved somehow. Former first-round pick, but he's only got normal dev. Isn't a very high overall. I would say the number one goal at the moment is to get a big-time playmaker on offense at wide receiver and build that defense. So we do have a little bit of cap space. I don't think it's going to be enough to actually do anything. What can we bring in that's actually helpful? That is a good question. Well, we need to go to a situation where there's no competition, and that I think is with Avery Williamson. Just offer him a really bad contract, and hopefully we can lure him to Philadelphia. I'm going to tell you, get anyone to the city. We did not get Avery Williamson, which is okay. We had no real cap room to work with. The penalties were hitting pretty hard. We should be good next year, but we just need to hit in the draft. We're going to have a really, really high pick. It's only at number 10. Oh, yeah, because we won in week 17. Well, that's frustrating. Otherwise, the draft order is pretty much the same. I mean, some teams are flopped here and there. Like, in real life, it goes Jags, Jets, Dolphins, then Falcons, Bengals, Eagles at number 6, then Lions, Panthers, but we're at number 10 right now. I'm just going to have to work with it. Will I go quarterback? Will I go asterisk Sewell? Because Panay is not allowed. But it was allowed at some point when I made it. Justin Fields to the Jets. Jamar Chase to Atlanta at number 3. There goes Sewell. That's so dumb to look at. The Bengals take Micah Parsons. Lions go Kyle Pitts. Can't have too many tight ends. That's what I always say. Panthers go Patrick Surtain. Broncos go Rashawn Slater. And the Giants are actually ahead of the Eagles. They go Kwity Paye. And we actually are on the board with a bunch of really good options. Could take our future franchise quarterback. I keep saying like quarter and corner weird. I'm combining them. Could go Caleb Farley. Here's Devontae Smith. Jalen Waddle. Zach Wilson's on the board. I think I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts, though. Just because I really don't see the Eagles taking a quarterback, even though I think that should be in play. I'm going to go Devontae Smith instead. He is our future franchise playmaker at the receiver position. Might even take another receiver in the second round. And we have another first-round pick, so that's also an option. But you talk about the speed, the polished route running. Devontae Smith is a really, really good prospect and someone that is exactly what I'm looking for at the receiver position right now. A difference maker. We pick again at number 19. So huge hit on pick number 1. There goes Jalen Waddle to football team. Wyatt Davis to the Chargers. Caleb Farley to New England. Niners go Christian Darrisaw. Vikings Kadarius Toney. Interesting. Cardinals go Rashad Bateman. Raiders take Rousseau. And then one pick ahead of us is going to be Azeez Ojulari to the Indianapolis Colts. The quarterbacks are still on the board, man. Like, how can you ask me to ignore those? How can you ask me to ignore those? It's so frustrating because I'm trying to do what could happen in real life, but also it is Madden, and the quarterbacks are falling for no reason. I have them ordered like at the top of the class for a reason, so that they go earlier, and of course teams just passed on them. Teams that need quarterbacks passed on those guys. Like, I want Zaven Collins, I want J.C. Horn or Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Stokes is not allowed? Oh my god. How many things are banned now? I'm about to lose it. I'm taking Zach Wilson. Fuck Madden. Number 5 in the class, 77 overall, star or better development. Zach Wilson is our future franchise quarterback. Good throw power, great accuracy down the field, also great athleticism as well to escape the pocket. Zach Wilson is headed to Philadelphia. We don't need to go with Jalen Hurts anymore. Zach Wilson is my new guy. I think this actually might be the first time I've ever drafted Zach Wilson as we pick at number 10. Trey Lance is still on the board. I'm about to be annoyed, man. I already am. I'm not about to be. It's very clear I already am annoyed. What do we do here? Pick number 10 in the second round. I might go corner. Aaron Robinson's right there. He's listed at Army instead of UCF. I didn't do that. I have him at UCF. Like, the draft class editor is such trash as well. I'm going Aaron Robinson. 70 overall, normal dev. Hopefully he is able to... 52 zone coverage? What is this, dude? See, I edited these, obviously. I did not give him 52 zone coverage. I did not make him go to Army. Madden, dude. I'm frustrated. There's Jabril Cox. And here we are in round number 3. Rondale Moore is available. Dwayne Eskridge, who I like a lot. Greg Newsome, if we want a cornerback. Terrace Marshall, Tutu Atwell. If you want another guy that can't catch down the field. Nah, Tutu, he could end up being a monster. Chatarius Atwell. I'm going to mix it up, though. And I'm going to go with someone I'm really high on in the mid-rounds. And that's Dwayne Eskridge, a.k.a. D. Eskridge, out of Western Michigan. Let's add him to the team. 71 overall, only normal development. I have really, really high hopes for him, though. And I want to see how he develops in this particular rebuild. So, for someone that could be a slot monster, I'm taking Dwayne Eskridge with high hopes for the future as we simulate to round 5. I got to go back in there and fix this draft class if it even ends up registering. There's Chatarius Atwell still available. Receiver. And Daz is... D-A-Z-Z is... Dude, I mean... That's got to be why I can't upload this class. EA, man. EA. Like, there's no good defensive players worth taking here. I don't really just want to go receiver, though. I mean, I'm going to take Tutu Atwell. I think he's too good to pass on at this point, just because of his crazy athletic upside. So Tutu Atwell is joining the squad. I'm not sure what his role is going to be, but I kind of had to take him there, and I'm going to let the CPU handle the rest. Next draft is going to be defensive heavy, I would bet. Also, I was going to cut him just because I don't want him on the team anymore, but I'm going to move Arcega Whiteside, and listen, I know I called him Arcega because he's from Spain or whatever, and that's how they say the C there, well, especially like Barcelona. I'm going to move him to a tight end. I just don't want him on the team. He's kind of bad, but that tight end will be okay. I want to get the other receivers I drafted some playing time. And in order to do that, John Hightower will move down the depth chart. I'm fine with doing that. And we'll get Atwell. I don't know what his role is going to be. We had a really young receiver group, though. We have a second-year player in Jalen Reagor, and then 3 rookies in Devontae Smith, Dwayne Eskridge, and Tutu Atwell. What do I do with Andre Dillard? I just don't know. Maybe I play him at guard over Isaac Seumalo. That's probably the move. Okay, so this is the offense. It seems bad, by the way. Year 1 probably won't be anything special. Defensively, it is pretty poor. It's so bad. I might even start Aaron Robinson. He's going to be our nickel corner as well. Kayvon Wallace at strong safety. That's great. The linebackers are so bad. Davion Taylor's been moved to inside linebacker. And then we don't have a punter. I'm not worried about it. Tutu Atwell is going to return kicks and punts. And then our specialist is going to be Dwayne Eskridge in the slot. Eskridge in the slot. Aaron Robinson at slot corner. We're just going to see how year 1 goes. Hopes are high. Expectations are low. It could be very, very poor. But I will see you at the midseason mark. Oh, we're on a losing streak. That's never good. We're 2-5. Could be worse, honestly. Could be worse. Jason Kelsey is going to be a free agent. He'll probably just end up retiring. I feel like that happens a decent bit. Dallas Goedert, Avonte Maddox. Rodney McLeod I don't want. I do want a lot of these players, though. Jordan Mailata. Do I have to pay him like a tackle? I do. I'm going to give him a big deal, though. 5 years for Jordan Mailata. Paying him too much, probably. TJ Edwards in there as well. He's someone I'd like to bring back also. He's pretty affordable. And I think he can start at outside linebacker. I really do. So we'll pay him that. He wants more money. Don't we all? Look how much cap room we have, though. We have a lot of cap room now, and combining though, can't speak English. That's a big problem when you're making YouTube videos for a living. So Dallas Goedert is back. Avonte Maddox, he's not too expensive. 5-year deal. Avonte Maddox is back as well. And then Josh Sweat, I feel like he's just really good value for a young player with big potential, and he wants more money as well. Jannard Avery I don't want. Eric Reed I don't want. Other than that, we got pretty much everyone back that I wanted to bring back. So we just need to make some different contract offers in the near future. I'll do a DB training boost. I feel like that is the most pressing at the moment. And I'll simulate probably a week or two. See if we can beat the Giants. Almost hoping for a loss so that our pick is better in the draft. So yeah, we did lose 2-6. Devontae Smith is already up to an 80. That's always very nice. And I'll do physical for him because the CPU is never going to upgrade that, ever. Also, he looks jacked in the game, which is not exactly what he looks like in real life. Dude's a slim reaper like me. Not quite looking as jacked as that. But we're going to renegotiate some of these contracts. Sweat and TJ Edwards. So Josh Sweat is back. And then TJ Edwards is up to a 70 overall. And he's absolutely going to re-sign. He's back. Pretty cheap deal. I could see him getting into the high 70s, really. And we will simulate to the playoffs. Unlikely that it'll be a playoff team, but what can you expect? It's year 1 of a rebuild. We're kind of just starting from scratch, starting over fresh. We're going to do some big things in free agency and the draft. And then year 2, I think, should be decently successful. Definitely more than season 1 where we went 4-12. Not good at all. 25th best offense. Kind of a rough year for Zach Wilson. 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. Pretty solid for a rookie. Like, very, very good for a rookie. Like, great for a rookie, to be fair. But not great in the grand scheme of things. Miles Sanders was, so was Zach Wilson, but he was a runner. He shouldn't have comparable numbers to Miles Sanders. I know 500 more yards, but you get the point. Dallas Goedert led in receiving yards. Devontae Smith had 9 touchdowns, 800 yards receiving. D. Eskridge, 966 yards receiving, 5 TDs. Reagor at 800 yards, 5 touchdowns. Pretty good yardage distribution there from our top 4 receiving threats. And then 9 touchdowns for the rookie. Love to see that. Davion Taylor was quite good, 139 tackles, 11 for loss, no sacks, and a pick. Tackles for loss, 15 from Javon Hargrave led the team. 8 sacks from Fletcher Cox led the team. We really didn't get any pressure on the QB at all. Darius Slay had 3 picks, and that led. Aaron Robinson had 1, also 89 tackles for him. Kaepernick's on the Colts. That's interesting. Yearly awards, Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. No Eagles. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Zach Wilson at 4. He definitely won Rookie of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year is Bobby Wagner. Davion Taylor at 10. Good lord. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Zach Wilson. Devontae Smith at 4. Dwayne Eskridge at 6. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Zaven Collins with the Panthers. Aaron Robinson at 4. Not too bad. Not too bad. Browns lost to the Packers in the Super Bowl. I don't want to re-sign anyone, though, I don't think. We mainly saw who was here earlier. Like, Tommy Townsend's cool, but I can just get him in free agency if I want. So, we're just going to jump into free agency. Our offense is coming along pretty well. Let's see our dev traits. Zach Wilson, superstar dev. Devontae Smith, superstar dev. Won Offensive Rookie of the Year and did not get upgraded. What should I do for him? Got to be short accuracy. Let's do Field General since the CPU is going to upgrade Strong Arm all day, and I don't really want that as much. I need that just general accuracy to go up a ton. Things could be worse right now. Did Jalen Reagor go up to star, or did he have that? I feel like he went up to star. Maybe not. Maybe he already had it. Would have been nice to see Dwayne Eskridge go up. And then defensively, Davion Taylor up to star. Okay, that's cool. Another name that doesn't exist. Henson out of South Carolina. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who it is because it's not a real player. There is no Henson from South Carolina. Madden is something else, man. I mean, that's not Madden, but like another first name that just like, man, that's not a first name. And they asterisked it off. So weird. The bright side of going 4-12 is that we should have some really, really good draft picks. Jair Alexander's here. How can you, like, ask me not to try and sign him every single time when he's exactly what this team needs? He's a lot of money. So maybe I try and take that contract down a little bit and hopefully he just, like, flash signs with us instead of going to the Chargers. And then I'm trying to lowball Harold Landry as well because that'd be another really, really big pickup. Hopefully we just get lucky. We're not going to get lucky. I think we're going to have to decide on one of those guys. We got Jair Alexander. Oh, that's so huge. Andre Dillard, no. He's, like, we can extend him, but I'm not picking up his fifth-year option paying him like a first-round guy. Please tell me that no one wants Harold Landry. Oh, that's beautiful. That would be so beautiful to get Harold Landry here. Please, please, please. We're not going to get him. He's just still going to be sitting in free agency. So we'll remember that. But that Jair Alexander signing is so, so huge. Because now we have Darius Slay, who is regressing. But we got, like, a better option. Younger, better Jair Alexander. He's not cheaper, probably, but they might have comparable contracts. We got Jair on a pretty good team deal. If we see his contract, it is, I mean, up to 18 in 2026, which shouldn't even matter. The cap hit, we're going to say, is $14.5 million. Well, let's round up to 16, just because that's the median price. And then Darius Slay is probably like 11, if I had to guess. I'm not exactly sure. His cap hit's 19, so better, cheaper, younger. That's Jair Alexander. Damn, Darius Slay gets up to 20 mil. I might have to try and shed that contract. He might get traded here. We pick at number 2. That's massive. Number 11 and number 16. Damn, A+ spectacular catch. That is tempting. That is very, 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 very tempting. I'm not really sure what to do at number 2 overall. Probably trade down. As David Whitaker, a defensive tackle from Kansas State, goes number 1 overall. I'm going to look to trade with the Dolphins, probably. I never really check what the offers are because they're always so bad. The Rams could be worse. That one's not too bad. But I think I'm going to make my own magic, and I'm going to work with the Dolphins. So close to going through. Maybe if I had a 7th round pick, this will be good. What about a future 7th as well? I don't really want to give up anything more than that. Don't have to. Number 2 overall, 2 7ths, 1 this year, 1 next year. For number 4, number 36 this year and a first-round pick next year from Miami. And then we can take whoever we want at number 4 instead of doing it at number 2. There goes Eric Gardner. Definitely considered him. Pretty good player. And I think I should take this pick at number 4. I want to go Cassius Rush. We don't need receiver that badly. That's the thing, but I feel like he's going to be really, really good. Just A+ spectacular catch is pretty wild. It's just not a massive need, though. Let's be smart about this. You know what? I'm going D-tackle. I'm going Ron McClain out of Tennessee. Crazy athletic D-tackle. Should be a really, really good fit next to Fletcher Cox. Javon Hargrave probably will end up being on the move. I love his skill set as well. He is number 4 in the draft. Took him at number 4. Only normal development, but 91 strength, 82 power moves, 75 block shed, 76 finesse moves, 76 speed, 78 tackle. He is a monster. And Javon Hargrave should be traded. Bad contract. Not a bad player, clearly. But it just doesn't fit. For a 29-year-old D-tackle, star dev, you can make an argument that he's worse than the guy we just took. I know the overall doesn't match. It's just tackling. That's what it is that makes it higher. It's his tackling and his awareness and play rec. So Javon Hargrave, probably going to be gone. Okay, we're making a monster blockbuster trade. Javon Hargrave, Darius Slay, and number 16 in the first round are headed to Jacksonville. We're getting number 7 in return and a first round projected number 1 overall next year. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement already. As there goes a 77 overall tight end. But we had to make some moves to get the players we want. I'm still considering Cassius Rush because I think he's going to be really, really good. But unfortunately, the reality is that we just don't need a receiver that badly. I think I'd rather take a middle linebacker here. Eric O'Brien looks really good. Goes to Iowa. I mean, that's a place where you'd look to get linebackers from. Just regionally, geographically. We're going to take him. 76 overall, normal dev, number 8 in the class. Took him at 7, but I'm very happy with the selection. Yeah, the dev trait is not what you want it to be, but 90 speed, 87 tackle, 85 hit power. Good play rec and awareness already. Coverage isn't great, but the power and finesse moves are. He's going to be like a 78 overall outside linebacker, and that might be his best fit. 90 speed is wild. There goes Cassius Rush, 75 overall. And I'm going to reach heavily here because I don't want this player to go off the board. Bobby Beckham, edge rusher out of West Virginia, looks crazy. I'm taking him. He is a 76 overall, number 5 in the class. Took him at 11. Only normal dev again because that's what we do around here. 88 speed, 79 finesse moves is wild. Great strength, great tackle. He is another beast. Now all the way to the top of the second round. I have 2 picks up here. Could go running back. There's an early first round player if we want to go down that route, which I don't especially want to. We don't have a third round pick, and there are some players down the board that I would like to take, like DeAndre Mullins. Yeah, okay. Late first round guy. And then Leonard Dudley, late second round guy, but I like what he brings to the table. I'm interested. You know, I'm just going running back, backup running back. We're going to get a full Penn State running back room. Benjamin Short, 76 overall, star better development, number 6 in the class. Took him at 34. He looks very, very good. And he can catch, too. How much does he play over Miles Sanders? He's got the aggressive catch trait as well. That's interesting. And you know what? I think we go DeAndre Mullins here just to get him. Supposed to go in the 4th round. We're going to take him here. He's number 30. Took him at 36. 71 overall. Good speed and power moves and strength and tackling. He's going to be good depth. And I'll probably let the CPU handle the rest. I have guys on my draft board. They'll probably end up taking one, like that linebacker if he's available. Very, very good draft for us, I would say. This team has a real shot going forward. All right, moving Eric O'Brien to right outside linebacker. That should boost his overall. I feel like he fits there really well. 78 overall. I'm keeping Davion Taylor at middle linebacker. Who is this? Leonard Dudley. 69 overall already. Nice. He also can fly, but Davion Taylor starts because he has better development trait. It's just going to happen. TJ Edwards at left outside linebacker. That's a good fit. Don't really have much of a safety pairing at the moment. I didn't really realize that. Now, Davion Taylor could play strong safety. That'd be a little crazy, but we're not going to do that. Do I really want Marcus Epps playing strong safety? No. Maybe we make a trade for one? Don't really have much to trade, and there's not really much I want to trade. And there's another name that doesn't work. Fulton, out of Northern Iowa. I'm still going to have Atwell return. I don't even know what to do because it just frustrates me. The asterisks frustrate me so much. I need a punter and I need a safety. Let's try to make it happen. What type of safeties are in free agency? Tarvarius Moore is not actually a terrible option. Darn, I don't want Andrew Wingard. I really don't. Are there any good undrafted guys? Doesn't really look like it. There's Eric Berry. Let's get Tarvarius Moore. He's just the youngest and the best. So he'll start at strong safety. I do need a punter. And AJ Cole works for me. So this is the team for season number 2. Definitely improved. However, not great, but definitely improved. I don't know how much that backup running back's going to play. I still want Dillard as our starting left guard. It would be nice to see him develop. And then defensively, it is an improved unit, although not especially good. And then I just have to make sure that O'Brien is a sub linebacker and not a rush end. That has to be Beckham. Mid-season mark, we are 3-5. Very slightly better than we were a year ago. What is the ranking? Well, our offense seems to be okay, but we also haven't had our bye week yet. Our defense appears to be pretty poor. Is the move to a 3-4, as I always seem to do, is that beneficial? Probably would be. We'd have Taylor and O'Brien up the middle. Or, what do we do with TJ Edwards then? No, I like the 4-3. I just need to probably end up changing playbooks. All right, base 4-3 in Cleveland. A recipe for success like no other. And we will try to re-sign Fletcher Cox. I imagine he's going to be expensive. He's 31 years old, but still very good. He is very expensive. If I can keep him for the next 3 years, though, that'd be cool. He wants more money. It's a monster contract for someone who wants more money. Andre Dillard, I would consider. He's pretty cheap. Like, he's just a fine fill-in type player. So, Andre Dillard is back. And then I want Miles Sanders back, probably. He's fairly affordable. 5 years. He is back. Now we have a solid running back tandem. And we will simulate to the end of the season, which we won't make the playoffs. That's fine. Maybe we will. Maybe we will. We'll see. We made the playoffs. We're in the wild card. How is that even possible? We went on a major winning streak. Third best offense. Zach Wilson went crazy. Let me see the team schedule. Did we win out? 4 losses in a row to start the year after our week 1 win. And then we just crushed. After our week 10 loss to the Vikings, won every single game to go 10-6 and make the playoffs under the monster that is Zach Wilson. 3rd best offense in the league. He might have won MVP. 4th best defense. We turned it around. Zach Wilson was amazing. 4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns to 12 picks. Rushing, Miles Sanders was Benjamin Short was as well. And then receiving, Dwayne Eskridge, 1,200 yards and 12 TDs. Goddard over 1K and 8 touchdowns. Devontae Smith over 1,000 yards. Rager very close to 1,000. Amazing numbers. Defensively, Davion Taylor with 130 tackles, 5 for loss, 1.5 sacks, 3 picks. Tackles for loss, 14 from Fletcher Cox, 5.5 sacks for him, led the team. That's poor. The rookie Bobby Beckham with 4.5 sacks. And then interceptions, 4 for Jair Alexander, 3 for Davion Taylor. That is right. We do not have Darius Slay anymore. We traded him to Jacksonville. As Patrick Mahomes wins MVP, steals it from Zach Wilson. No other Eagles NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Zach Wilson. He's got to go up to Superstar X Factor. Led the league in passing. I guarantee it almost. Davion Taylor, 3rd for Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Chris Hall. We have Benjamin Short at number 6. I'm interested to see his development trait. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Eric O'Brien. Bobby Beckham at number 3. Ron McClain at number 8. I didn't even make sure that he was rushing the QB. I should have done that. But let's see some of these dev traits. We only are going to be able to see one. Not even. So we can't even see what Short is just yet. Didn't play enough snaps. And then we didn't have anyone on defense that was eligible. No dev trait guys. Let's see if we beat the Seahawks. Opposite facing logos, and the Seahawks get the better of us on this occasion. So 1 and done in the playoffs, or first round exit, I should say. I'm not going to do quarterback training boost. I just want to do D-line, and maybe I will hold it and do quarterback. Zach Wilson's trending towards one of the best players in the entire league, as we will jump to the offseason. And I think, does Fletcher Cox, yeah, I need to reorganize or renegotiate his contract as the Cowboys win the Super Bowl. And let's see these dev traits. We're going to see some increases, hopefully, and some reveals. Running back has superstar dev. Okay. Maybe I start him over Miles Sanders, who I just paid. Dwayne Eskridge goes up to star dev, by the way. That's very nice. He's near an 80. He's doing pretty well. He's my slot guy, and he's had a crazy good year. Zach Wilson up to superstar X Factor. Love that from him. I need short accuracy to go up a lot, though. And I don't want Trez. I'm going to do... I don't know what's good in Sim. I always do Gambler. It's like, oh, Gambler, But that's fun to play with in-game, so I'm just going to do it. That is what it is. And then I think we just do Field General a couple times and try to get short accuracy into the 90s. Well, there's +1 to short and medium. Give me +3 to short, please. Not even. +2 to throw accuracy deep, 1 to mid. Not what I wanted, but it is what it is. TJ Edwards up to star, by the way. That was something that was unexpected. So he's definitely sticking around. I feel like our team is poised to make a play. We're right on the cusp of greatness. As Fletcher Cox needs more money. I don't really want to give him more money, but I'm kind of in a tough spot, so I have to. And he re-signs for 3 years. He's still going to be really good. After regression, he's going to go down to like an 88 in his final season with us. Maybe a little bit less, which is still a fine starter. Fine starter. We have 3 first-round picks this year. We've done really well to acquire those. And we have a lot of money. So we can get a big-time difference maker if there is one available. Harold Landry's here again. He's someone I'm still very interested in. Harrison Smith is 34, but I'm not going to make a long-term commitment to him. This is just come in for 1 year and try to help us win a Super Bowl. So Harrison Smith will get a contract. Whether he accepts it or not, we'll see. But I think he should, and he does. And we also get Harold Landry. Landry's going to slide down and play defensive end. Should be a really good fit, as that, is how it works in our 4-3. What's his archetype? Power rush or speed rush? Speed rush. And what is the fit for that? Is it right end? I think it might be... No, it is right end. Okay. So what do we do there? I think Harold Landry was just too good not to go after. But it does bring up an interesting question of who gets moved down the depth chart. Is it Josh Sweat? Or is the rookie we just drafted in, Bobby something? I don't know. I don't know what his name is. Bobby Beckham. See, Beckham's interesting. He really is. Do I prefer him to Josh Sweat? I think I do because of age. Sweat's just a good backup to have, I guess. Maybe he'll even be a rush D tackle or something like that. But I do like having McClain there. It's kind of like the whole reason I drafted him. So, I don't know. I don't know what happens. Maybe just do Harold Landry and Josh Sweat as our rush ends, and then Beckham comes in on as a backup and starts at left end. I could get behind that. Gene Dangus sitting in free agency. Oh, that's a no-brainer. That's a max contract for sure. Bring him in. Boom. Huge signing. 5th-year option. Jalen Reagor. No. I'm not going to pick that up. We'll just extend him if I want to. NFL draft time. We are picking at number 6 for our highest pick, as well as 12 and then 24. So pretty well spread around. Bunch of decent-looking quarterbacks available. But we already have our guy. some good options in this draft class. It's going to be interesting to see what we take. I think George Tiller is going to be really, really good. He's a speed rusher, and you can't even see finesse moves in his top skills. So he's extremely well-rounded. If Tiller's available, I would consider taking him. I really would. Alabama QB going number 1 overall. There goes a 77 overall edge rusher. My word. There goes George Tiller. He's a 77 overall. And we are up at number 6. What am I taking here? I like Bart Peoples a lot. Of course, we love Peoples on the channel. Dennis Peoples, shout out Jags franchise. We're going to go Bart Peoples here. Early first-round guy. He's got 4.4 speed. I see him as a future free safety for me. He's only 5'9". He is 220, built like a freight train. Built like a Mack truck. Bart Peoples is the move. 76 overall, number 5 in the draft segment, number 6. Only normal development. Does have good speed. Does have good man coverage. Zone coverage isn't bad. Hit power pursuit, pretty good. No complaints other than, of course, his normal dev trait. What about at number 12? Where are we going with this? Don't want to go receiver. I don't really need an edge rusher. I think we go Ralph Peterson here. He's a corner. He's 6'3", 180. Kind of like the exact opposite of the DB we just took, who's 5'9", 220. This one's taller and skinnier, but could be a beast. 77 overall, and number 4 in the class. Normal dev. Coverage is okay. Speed's crazy at 95. Could be a really, really good player. Don't really need cornerback more than anything else, but the team's coming along really, really nicely. We don't really have a ton of needs. I think I'm going DB here again. Deion Hendricks, early first-round guy, kind of meeting in the middle of the previous 2 DBs we just took. He's 5'11", 200, but also crazy combine, good top skills as well. So welcome to the team. 76 overall, Deion Hendricks. We'll find a spot for him. We'll find a role. Speed's okay. Coverage is pretty good for zone. Good hit power pursuit. We're just adding in good football players, which is what you want to do when you're drafting. We'll find spots for him later. A lot of these guys could be depth players as well. So I would say we're doing fairly well thus far. There's like nobody worth taking here. So we're going to trade out of this spot. What do I really need? It says a center. Did Jason Kelsey just surprise retire? He did. That's an issue. Didn't notice that. Okay. So that's an issue. We need a center now. Probably won't be too hard to trade for. I'm glad we have the 2nd round pick. We can do that pretty easily. And what could get traded here? Maybe Avonte Maddox. I kind of like him though. Aaron Robinson's fine as a 4th corner. We got the CB we just drafted. We got a safety we just drafted, play over Kayvon Wallace. Linebacker seems to be a need, but these guys are kind of developing just fine. They're not amazing. They're not amazing. TJ Edwards is 27. He might be a guy on the move. Okay, so TJ Edwards, a 2nd round pick, and a 6th round pick are headed to Kansas City for Creed Humphrey. They drafted him. He's already to 80 overall. 23 years old, I believe. So that is a really nice replacement at center. And then Brandon Brooks, of course, is going to play right guard for me. I don't know why he didn't move back over to right guard when that changed. So offensive line back to looking really nice. The offense looks amazing in general. And then defensively, clearly a big hole at left outside linebacker. Now, I like what we did in the 4-3 last season. However, we do have good 3-4 potential where Sweat stays at defensive end or kicks out to outside linebacker. Bobby Beckham can kind of do the same. Not really sure how he'd move in space. Seems like more of a defensive end than anything. But we could move one of those guys back to outside linebacker and then just have Eric O'Brien and Davion Taylor up the middle. But I kind of like what we have in the 4-3, so I'm just going to make a trade for an outside linebacker. Got to figure out what to trade, though. I'm doing Avonte Maddox straight up for Mack Wilson. Mack Wilson's young. He's an easy replacement for TJ Edwards. I don't really need Avonte Maddox too much anymore. He's 27. He's about to hit that age of regression. Like, yeah, we're getting rid of an 80 overall corner and downgrading to 75, but we just drafted a corner to 77 overall who's going to come in and play that role. And bringing in Mack Wilson to play left outside linebacker, I feel like he's a really solid fit. It's an upgrade over TJ Edwards. Yeah, the dev trait goes down from star to normal, but he's younger, he is better, and he is a perfect fill-in for the time being. Let's go Brandon Love out of Minnesota here. 70 overall. Number 51 in the class, took him at 88. He looks solid. Good backup middle linebacker to have. The CPU can handle the rest. I feel like these draft classes have been better of late, just because there are way more stacked players you can take. What's the highest overall? I mean, there were 4 77s. And how good is George Tiller? Did have star, better development. 79 finesse moves. Oh, he looks so stupid good. Oh my. I think we're going to have Bart Peoples play the slot. He's our strong safety we drafted. So that way we don't have the stress on Robinson or Patterson. Of course, Patterson, the rookie this year. Dwayne Eskridge, still our slot receiver. I think it's a much improved team. Davion Taylor still is not ideal at middle linebacker. We need to see him develop a bit. But our offense is very, very good. So I'm excited to see how they play. We're going to simulate to the middle of the season and see how we're doing. 3-4. That's not very good. I mean, we had a crazy turnaround last season, so maybe that'll happen again. I'm going to do quarterback training boost just to get Zach Wilson as high as possible. Henson still on the team. Harrison Smith, I'm not sure if I want to negotiate with him. Why is this team doing poorly? What's the deal? Our offense should be real good. Our defense should be really good as well. Not really sure what's going on. Okay, so Jalen Reagor, someone will have to make a decision on. Davion Taylor as well. We got some interesting decisions to make. Jalen Hurts is someone I probably should have tried to trade already. I don't want to pay a backup quarterback $11 million. I also don't want to franchise tag him either. I'll give Harrison Smith a 1 year. He wants more money. I'll consider it. Jalen Reagor, I'm down to extend. He'll get a 5-year deal. So he is good. And then Davion Taylor, he's still really, really affordable. So it's kind of like, why not? Might as well. So he is back. That's kind of all I need to worry about right now. Did not make the playoffs in 2023. Went 7-9. The offense took a big step back, even though Zach Wilson was still really, really good. 4,200 yards, almost 4,300, and 42 TDs rushing. Miles Sanders had his best year. Zach Wilson, there's Benjamin Short. Receiving, Dwayne Eskridge again, 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. Devontae Smith was very good. Dallas Goedert, 12 TDs. Jalen Reagor also had a very solid season. Defensively, Davion Taylor was all right. Oh my God. Harold Landry put up 22 sacks. How do we not make the playoffs, man? Ron McClain, 8. Sweat, 5.5. Fletcher Cox didn't do too much. Bobby Beckham doing what he does, 4.5 a year. 4 picks for Jair Alexander. What went wrong? Our defense was 30th in terms of yards. There it is. Zach Wilson wins MVP. So there is that. NFC Offensive Player of the Year is Russell Wilson, not Zach Wilson, who's number 2. Defensive Player of the Year, Deion Jones. Harold Landry at 2 with 22 sacks. Yeah, right. Oliver McLeod, quarterback for the Lions, wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Ralph Patterson. Hell yeah. Our corner wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Deion Hendricks at 2. Bart Peoples, 2 safeties at 2 and 3. Didn't really expect to see those guys in there. But I'm shocked we didn't make playoffs, man. We had some really good numbers in there. Our defense just let up so many yards. And that is a major problem, clearly. We're probably going to do one more season, try to win it all. The team's in a really good position to win. We just got to make it happen. What is Harrison Smith down to? Oh, he retired. All right, that's fine. Do I want Jalen Hurts back? I don't want to pay a backup quarterback that, but we also have the money, so... I mean, I might as well, and maybe we'll trade him. He's not interested in signing. I'll franchise tag you. You think I won't throw 30 mil down the drain to make a point? I will. 37.2. All right, not 37 mil. I can't do that. Kayvon Wallace, he's so cheap. I might as well. He's back. But Jalen Hurts, I should have traded him. I made a mistake. Darren Waller, 95 overall, sitting in free agency. Tyron Smith is also here. I got to see everyone who retired because our overalls are actually down quite a bit. Is Lane Johnson still here? No, Lane Johnson and Brandon Brooks are gone. Also, Dwayne Eskridge is up to Superstar Dev. He is crushing it. Still going to be sticking at an 82 overall, though. Zach Wilson's going to work a lot. +4 short route running. Dwayne Eskridge is looking crazy good. Zach Wilson, just got to go field general. He's crushing it. He's wearing number 11 as well. I think it's Carson Wentz number, right? That's fun. That's always fun to see. He's hanging at a 94 overall. Well, 93, actually. How is 93 with morale up 2 to 96, 93? Explain that one to me. Because 94 plus 2 is 96. 93 plus 2 is 95. Yet it's showing 96 overall. Something's not right. But I need right guard, right tackle. Darren Waller, I don't really need. And then Eric O'Brien's up to star if he wasn't already. Harold Landry should have went up to Superstar X Factor. I'm not really sure why he didn't. He should have gone up. And I'm going to do zone coverage for Ralph Patterson since I know the CPU is going to upgrade man anyway. That'll be into the 80s. I'll take the +3 zone coverage now. So we just need maybe the best linebacker. Maybe, okay, the best defensive player that I can get for any position really, plus a revamped offensive line. So that is Tyron Smith. That is Jedrick Wills to play guard. Isaiah Simmons is here. I always do that. Darius Slay is here. 83 overall still. That's actually a little bit surprising that it's so high. I think we're going to get the offensive lineman I'm going after, Tyron Smith, Jedrick Wills. Now, there aren't really that many great defensive players available. Isaiah Simmons, I feel like I get all the time, but I want him. He's very good. Also could just slide in and play middle linebacker very easily. That's probably boring. You guys have seen that so many times. So I'll pass on this occasion. Julian Blackman. Do I want him? No, I'll probably just pass. And we got both of them, Jedrick Wills and Tyron Smith. We'll move them around. Jedrick Wills up to an 88 overall at right guard. We'd love to see that. And then defensively, it's not great, but it's not bad at all. Just the normal dev makes things look a little bit worse than they are. NFL draft time heading into the final season, picking at number 11. I'm down to trade up if I have to, if there's a player that's great that's available. Not seeing it off the block, off the bat. There's so many sick D tackles. Elijah Weatherspoon skipped the combine, said, hey, Roger Goodell, up yours. Early first round guy, skip the combine. I'm going to draft him. Probably round 2. Oh, Thomas Wheeler as well. Great value for round 4. What's going to be available at number 11? There goes a D tackle. How good was he? The top guys are off the board. What do I even have? Just late round guys. What can I even take round 1? I'm just going to go with the corner. Eric Dunlap looks pretty good out of Mississippi State. Darius Slay, Mississippi State guy who's no longer on the team. But we replaced him with Eric Dunlap, number 4 in the draft at 75 overall. He is pretty good. Not going to make an impact. All right, Elijah Weatherspoon is my pick for round 2. Again, baller, skip the combine. 75 overall, star or better development. He's number 3 in the draft at only 75 overall. He does look pretty good. Great speed, power moves, strength, block shed's okay, tackle, play rec's all pretty good. He looks like a really good player. How much is he going to play? I really don't know. Is the player I want going to be available here in round 3? He is. Thomas Wheeler. Also star dev, 73 overall down the board. 83 speed, 82 finesse moves. Pretty good as just a rush linebacker. We like that. And I'll let the CPU handle the rest. Yeah, that draft class seemed a little weaker overall. I wonder what the highest overall player was and by how much. Let's see. Only a 76, 2 of them. DeAndre Portis, one of the D tackles I talked about. Cameron Stallworth, another pretty good D tackle. He does have star or better development, though. Looks pretty good as well. And, like, the top 4 players were all D tackles. I'm happy with the one that we got. But, again, I just wonder how much he's going to play. 75 overall. It's not that good. Yeah, I think McLean just stays at defensive tackle 1. This is the final season, so we just got to rock with what we got. And we have a really good team, so I think we're pretty much just going to leave it as is. Maybe I move Devontae Smith to the slot, if anything, just to get our best receiver there. So I might do that and then leave the rest as is. This should be a playoff team, without question. Whether it is or not, we'll have to see. Our defense is only an 84 overall. Do we try and make some type of big trade? Maybe. Maybe it's time to let Davion Taylor go and replace him with somebody a little bit better. Okay, very, very large, interesting, stupid trade. I'm trading Dunlap and Weatherspoon. I believe they are the 2 rookies we took this year. And a first-round pick in 2025 to get a better projected first-round pick this year and next year. Now, the reason I'm doing that is to try and orchestrate a trade for Roquan Smith. He's only 27 years old. He's a 99 overall, and I am close to getting him. I think I just needed a higher first-round pick. If this doesn't go through, and it's going to be very, very close, by the way, I am going to be sad. But those two guys I just traded were backups, like third-string D tackle, fourth or fifth string cornerback. So not exactly guys that are going to play a massive impact. I really want this Roquan Smith trade to work. It's going to be so close. I hope it works. The reason I backed out there, by the way, is to get the first-round pick to actually show up. Please go through. It is so close. And it's just not good enough. I wonder if I can leave in that pick and just add another pick. Maybe someone that's a little bit more valuable than Davion Taylor. How about a third? It's going to have to be another first. Might have to be next year. I don't even think that's going to go through. I really don't. I'll try it. I might go as high as the second one. I don't think it's going to go through either. I think the only way to get this to work is to get another first-round pick this year. But that might be doable. So if I don't have to trade Davion Taylor in that specific trade, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move Davion Taylor over to right outside linebacker. His overall might shoot up. It might go up to near an 80. Because his overall was crazy different from middle linebacker to outside linebacker earlier. He is a 77, so it didn't really go up as much as I thought it might. I think the difference before was like 64 overall, middle linebacker to 68 overall, middle linebacker, or outside linebacker, I should say. But clearly, as the overall goes up, that changes. Just going to find out what team needed a right outside linebacker picking number 3 overall. I'll find it. The Rams. Can I get number 3? Yeah, we can make this work. Davion Taylor, a 3 and a 6 for number 3 overall in the draft. That should be able to get me Roquan Smith. It'll be number 2 projected, number 3 projected, and Josh Sweat. I hate like SH after an H or TH and then an S. Wait, did I say H the first time? Like the name Seth Smith, I struggle with that greatly. It's the TH and then the S, or the SH and then the S. I feel like you just can't say those names fast. Like Josh Sweat, you can a little bit, but it just sounds weird to me. Whatever. Kind of a weird tangent to go on. I'm going to add Josh Sweat into this here, and hopefully this trade works. Please. Thank you. Josh Sweat, number 2 and number 3 overall projected for Roquan Smith. Love that. And that boosts my defense up a lot already. That's plus 2 overall. The addition of a 99 overall middle linebacker cannot be understated. That is fantastic. It could be understated. It can't be overstated. Can't be exaggerated. It's a huge addition. I would also love a monster safety to come in. Now, I might have to trade Wheeler in order to get that to happen. Wheeler and Mullins, potentially. And maybe even one of the safeties, like Kayvon Wallace for a big-time safety. Normally, I would try to go after Tyrann Mathieu here. But he is, like, never easy to trade for because he's a cap casualty for the Chiefs. I'll try. I don't think he's usually that hard to trade for. I feel like the main issue is that, and that actually works really well, is that the cap doesn't work. Like, look at that. That would be so easy to make this happen. But it's going to be like, oh, the Chiefs would exceed the league salary cap. Never mind. The trade's just straight up accepted. It's Wheeler and like a 4th-round pick to get Tyrann Mathieu at either free or strong safety. I think I'll play him at strong safety. I think I'll just keep him where he is. Is there any other big upgrade I could make? Maybe just another linebacker? What I could do is just go out and get a decent middle linebacker and move him over to outside and have a better player. Let's see what players are available and if I can make anything happen. Oh, okay, that's just straight up accepted. All right, it's a 2nd-round pick in Bart Peoples for Sean Evans, just to get a better outside linebacker in there. Bart Peoples was a backup. Definitely a good player, but he probably really wasn't going to play much of an impact. I think Kayvon Wallace will be a little bit better over there. And then Rashaan Evans can play over Mac Wilson. Am I done making trades? I'm kind of getting a little bit crazy right now, but we are building a juggernaut. And in order to do that, you got to have really good players. You got to go out and make trades, sign guys, and we're past the time that we can sign players. So I think we might make one more trade. What do I really need? I feel like corner is fine. I'm happy with those guys. I don't think we can go out and get a major, like, upgraded edge. I kind of just want to stick with those guys. We probably could go out and trade for, like, old Khalil Mack and put him in there. Maybe I will do that. I don't know. We have the money. Just steal the entire Bears linebacking core. Yeah, I might be in. Leonard Dudley should have some good value. Well, that's stupid. That's a really stupid trade. I didn't think that was going to go through. All right, I kind of screwed the CPU on that one. But I guess the Bears are in rebuild mode. They say, hey, take our 2 best players on the entire team. I'd be happy to. Khalil Mack goes down to left end. And our team is now pretty amazing. Khalil Mack goes up to a 92 overall left end. End is a scheme fit, funnily enough. Kind of surprised about that. I'm going to give him unstoppable force. That's always fun. And then I feel like recuperation's been always good in sim for me. And then edge threat. 91 overall is solid. That is a good way to go into this final season. The offensive line's pretty good. Our receiving threats are certainly awesome, I would say. Our entire offense is fantastic. And then defensively, we really went from 0 to hero. This defensive line is unbelievable. Linebacking core, great. Secondary, pretty good. We got 1 great player at each level in the secondary. Corners, well, it's the same level, but corners back to safety, we'll say. And Jair Alexander and Tyrann Mathieu. It's a good group of players. If we lose and do not make the playoffs, I will be devastated. And more than that, angry. I'm going to be mad. I mean, like, how do you expect this team to lose? I mean, like, we'll lose a game or 2, right? But if we lose 8 games, I'm going to be mad. That's no good. Devontae Smith is unhappy, even though I have him in the slot. And as our number 1 receiver, well, his morale is going to go down, though. Okay. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't know what those things are. I wish I didn't even click that. We're 4-3. 3rd in the NFC East, though, is not exactly where we want to be. This team is so good, and they just are not performing up to that level. What do we want for Ralph Patterson? Well, I'd like to get man coverage into the 80s at least, so he doesn't get cooked out there. Oh, and zone coverage goes up as well, so that doesn't even matter. I don't like the upgrade system in Madden either. I have a number of complaints, but my biggest complaint is that this team is not successful at the moment. And that is a big problem. All we need is a good second half of the year. And we'll do running back training boost. The receivers are good. Also, I bet Devontae Smith is putting up insane numbers right now. So I kind of don't want to hear him complaining. Let's see. 1 half of the year, he has 786 yards and 7 touchdowns. Leads the team in catches. Why are you frustrated? How is that possible? I mean, he's basically on pace for 1,400 yards and 14 touchdowns. I'm frustrated. I'm going to put up one of the best receiving years in NFL history. What an idiot. And that's if he does, like, he could do 15 touchdowns and 1,500 yards. That's an unbelievable year. I'm frustrated. We made the playoffs. We did lose 8 games. So I am frustrated, but we did make the playoffs. 3rd best offense. Zach Wilson was great. 4,600 yards, 38 touchdowns to 11 picks. Rushing, still don't really have much of a running game. So, hate to see that. Devontae Smith, 1,500 yards and 14 touchdowns. That's a very, very good year. Dwayne Eskridge, almost 1,100 yards and 97 catches, 5 TDs. Dallas Goedert was great. Rager was okay as well. Him averaging 9.3 yards per catch is hilarious to me because that's just super unrealistic. Benjamin Short as a receiver was quite good. And then defensively, Roquan Smith had a lot of tackles, 7 for loss, although 21 from Harold Landry led the way. Khalil Mack, 15 sacks, 8.5 for Landry, 8.5 for Cox. Rashaan Evans even had 5. 4 picks for Roquan Smith led the way, 3 for Ralph Patterson, 2 for Tyrann Mathieu. This team was quite good. Justin Fields was MVP with the Jets. Zach Wilson, number 4, doesn't win it. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson wins it. Zach Wilson at 2. No Eagles Defensive Player of the Year goes to Leighton Vander Esch. Khalil Mack at 2. Roquan Smith at 3. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Danny Dent. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Ladarius Richards. No Eagles, of course, because we traded all of our rookies away. Just trying to win now. And now we have the Buccaneers in the first round of the playoffs. They just won the Super Bowl in real life. They went 13-3 in game, and let's see how much better our team is. 93 overall, to their 87. Tom Brady is still active? How old is Tom Brady at this point? Like, seriously, is he 46 years old? What year am I in? I need to see this. Tom Brady is 47 years old and doesn't even appear to be the starter. Retire, Tom. You're 47 and a 67 overall. Yeah, he didn't play at all this year. He was also like pretty good last year as well. Why is he still playing at 47, man? Hang up the cleats. I'm just going to simulate. I thought about jumping in. We'll see what happens. And we actually won 27-7. Crushed them. I am tempted to jump in the divisional. Just because I don't want to lose. I don't want the season to end. And we're so much better. Plus, what, 7 or 8 overall on them? Things are not looking good right now. It's 14-6, 17-6 Packers, 24-6 Packers. We need a quick score. I'm actually going to have to jump in. Oh, they're going to score again, actually, so that's not good. It's going to be 31-6, and I'm going to have to mount a comeback. Need a turnover. Well, okay, 27-6 is fine. They're going to go for this. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. We're going to have to make a play then. I'd love for you to run the ball. I'll block that immediately. I'll clog that up. Hey, there's nowhere to go. There is nowhere to go. All right, we're still in this. The Packers going for that there may have just lost them the game. All right, they still have a massive lead. We need to do something on offense. A good throw upfield. Stay in bounds. Oh, man, Devontae Smith, that's a touchdown. Oh, big blitz. We're rolling out. That's wide open. On the run. Kind of on the money. I mean, it's behind him. We need a quick score. We really do. We streak Devontae Smith. We have him win. We have him win deep. I like that concept on the right side. It takes me a year to snap the ball. We're going deep. Devontae Mossum. He caught it. Devontae Smith down to the 1. Quick snap. The motion takes forever. Change of formation. I'm still liking Devontae Smith on this this in. Maybe Eskridge on the out. No, it's open underneath. Touchdown, Devontae Smith. Kevin King had his back turned. What's new? And we're fighting to get back in it. And Moss. Oh, and he's still going. Sick. I need a fumble. Or an interception. Turnover really keeps us alive. Anything else would make it real tough. Where are you? Where are you? That's the worst coverage I've ever seen. Zach Wilson's in the game, or in the zone. It's impossible to throw an interception. But no one's open, first of all. That's sick. I'm a beast. Can't throw an interception. Might as well just throw it. Unbelievable play. Oh, man, we need a big play. We need one right now. That's open. Stay in bounds, please. Well, get out of bounds after. I want you to make the catch and then find the sideline. We still have time. We're going to have to run. Just going to have to run. Can we get a playoff before the 2-minute warning? Yes. Same play again. I wanted to throw up the seam. We're going to run. Oh, man. I needed a touchdown there. Perfect timing. Out of bounds. I mean, slants have got to be the play here. Big problem for us is that... Oh, did they review that? Okay. The big problem for us is our defense just didn't come to play today. And it's pretty impossible to win. That's open. Oh, there we go. Throw at a sack. Finally not an interception on one of those. We get a TD. I'm going to go for 2 just because. Rolling out, and 2-point conversion is successful. It's a 10-point game now. Touchdown and a field goal. So I think that was worthwhile. The game isn't over. We just need to get lucky with an onside kick or a really like quick series of stops. Or a turnover. All right, so we're going to lose. I guess he fell forward for the first down on that last one. 3 broken tackles is really a fun way to lose. Our defense just didn't play at all, so unfortunately, I jumped in too late. It's the rebuild. It's not about the gameplay. It's not about jumping in at all. I shouldn't have to. But yeah, we just got crushed by the Packers. and our defense wasn't a defense. They didn't play any. But I guess that's going to do it for this season and ultimately the video. I'm going to simulate to the Super Bowl week to see how many players went up in development traits, so I'll see you for that. And the Packers made the Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers threw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns against us, exactly 400. Devontae Smith ends up going up to Superstar X Factor. Yeah, he's a beast. Up to a 98 overall with morale. But this is the final team. Really, really solid group. I mean, Tyron Smith, Andre Dillard, Creed Humphrey, Jedrick Wills, and Jordan Mailata across the line. Dallas Goedert. Receivers, Dwayne Eskridge, Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, Tutu Atwell even is in there. Zach Wilson ends up being a 99 overall monster. Miles Sanders, and of course this rookie we drafted, Benjamin Short, not too bad. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 99 overall for this final season. Rashaan Evans, Eric O'Brien, Tyrann Mathieu, Something Hendricks, Jair Alexander, Aaron Robinson, this Patterson corner we drafted, and the defensive line is amazing. Fletcher Cox, Khalil Mack, Something McLean, and Harold Landry. Amazing team, amazing group, amazing units all across the team. But that is going to do it for the video. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
Insane, I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah. Taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.